Our relationships are like colors. They can harmonize through similarities, or they can balance each other out with their differences, and we call those relationships complementary. Now, no relationship is completely one or the other, but they do tend to lean towards one of those sides. In my case, I've been fortunate enough to form meaningful bonds with people of both types. But when it came to marrying someone, I knew that it had to be a person who was more complementary to me rather than similar. And why is that? Well, first of all, I've seen how my parents are and how well they work as a complementary couple. But also, for me, the type of marriage that I always wanted was one where my wife and I would always be pushing each other to grow beyond where we already were. Because you see, life is full of these hard challenges that require us to think and act in ways that we've never had before. So in order to overcome those challenges, what better way to do that than with someone who is completely different from you? Specifically, someone who is on the side of who I could be rather than who I already am. To me, that's what makes life a big adventure. When I can be with someone that I can wrestle with and learn from because they have these qualities that I myself would like to have someday. Now, in the same way, our relationship with God is complementary as well. Because God is unlike any of us, because He is holy, which means that He is on a whole nother level that we're never going to be able to completely comprehend in this life. But when we wrestle with who Jesus is, we can only hope to be more like Him. In the Old Testament, that's why God named His chosen people Israel, because in Hebrew, Israel means one who wrestles with God. And if marriage is supposed to be a reflection of God's relationship with us, then I think that finding a spouse that you can really wrestle with is not a bad choice to make. Now, this is not professional marriage advice. I'm not an expert on relationships, and there's probably also a lot to be said about couples who are more similar than complementary. But I think we can all agree that there really is something beautiful about creating a masterpiece by harmonizing the opposites.